Hello, this is Elizabeth. I'm the teen librarian, and today I'm just going to go over the our website and specifically for things that may interest teens, and talk about some of the tools and resources we have for them. Just to start out with, we're going to go to our website, which you can see on my screen, and our website is at mfplibrary.org. You can type that in or just Google us at Mammen Family Public Library. And if you have a card, we're going to go with the basics, and if you have a card, the first thing you want to do is to log into your account. So you click on log into your account, and I am going to put in, not my account, but a dummy number. And oops, I need to put in a password, and you put your password in. Normally it's your last name, but it may be a password that you send, and if you forget your password, you can give us a call and we will resend it. Okay, so now we're into the account, and you can do several things from your account. So let's take a look at the information you can get on the account. So my account. So here's the information. This is not us, but it's a BSBL patron, and we can make sure all the information is okay, and it looks like it's fine. Notifications, this is how we want to be notified. So you want to be called, maybe you want to be texted, you can change all of that information. Items out and renewals, we don't have anything out, but once you have things out, you can look on there and then renew those books that you have out. If they can't be renewed, there's usually some reason why. You either had it out for longer than 30 days, you've had it, somebody has it on hold. There is some reasons. You can call the library and find out. You may need to return the book. Reserves request, this is a fun one. So if you have a favorite author, sometimes we have them on a list. Let's take a look at that list. Let's say you like Victoria Aveyard. Who writes The Red Queen, or Red Queen rather. You can request that every time she comes out with a book, you can do a book or an audio book. If you want somebody like Dan Brown, you can click on the book, and then you'll be automatically put on the reserve list, so that when you come in, they come in, you will be at the top, not the top of the list. It's a random selection, because if we have 50 people, we randomly assign who's at the top of the list, but you will be automatically put on that list to get those authors. Another part of that is if you're going out of town and you have things on request, you can defer your requests. Maybe you want to come back, you don't want your requests until August 1st. You can put that in there. And let's say you can't find it. You want to get a book that we don't have. Say if you want to get it from another library, you can say yes. Let's say you want the Shy Stegosaurus of Cricket Creek, I think is what it's called. I have to look that up. Dry Creek, Cricket Creek, okay. The Shy Stegosaurus. I have no idea who the author is, so I'll just put don't know. And then you can request it book only. You can request it as an ebook, either e-audio, e-book, e-video. And we can get that, sometimes get that on Overlook. And if you have any information, you can put like, this is a very old children's book, something like that. Or, and then you send the request and it will go to our librarians, whether it is Montana for children, me for teen, or Kristen for adult information. All right, so we're going to cancel that out, but that's one way to reserve a book. Another way to reserve a book, and that's how we're doing all of our books, so you need to reserve a book if you want a book from our library. And so you reserve a book, we pull it from the shelf or wait for it to come back in. If we're waiting for it to come back in, we put it into quarantine for 3 days. And then it will be checked out, or it will be put on reserve for you. But let's say you find a book that's in the library. Let's see what's in the library. Let's go with usually something like Calvin and Hobbes is in. Let's see. So I'm looking to look up Calvin and Hobbes, graphic novel. Looks like we have one. So let's say I want to get the indispensable Calvin and Hobbes. So I can reserve this item. They're going to call me when it's ready. I'm going to place the reserve, and there it is. It's going to be pulled from me. They'll put it on reserve. I can go through the drive-through and pick it up when they tell me by phone call that my reserve is ready. But we don't really want this, so we're going to cancel that reserve. But that's how you do a reserve. Now, if you come down, you might see this. Let's say you've looked up this and it's, you know, you might also like, oh, the Far Side Gallery. Let's see if the Far Side Gallery is in, because that's a good book. It is, so we can reserve that item. And we come back down and they give you different ones you like. So let's put in Red Queen and see what else we come up with. This is a way to find books. If you've read Red Queen, let's see, if you've read Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, you really like it, and you want to find books like it, you can come down here and it'll tell you all of the different books that well, not all of them, but many of the books that you might like that are similar to Red Queen. So if you like Court of Mist and Fury, you can look up title, see if we have it in. It is not in, but you can put it on reserve. So that's a good way to find a book that maybe your book right away isn't available and you want to find something similar, or you've read all of the Red Queen series and you want to find a different book. You can look through there and see if we have it. Okay, so we're going to clear that. Now, other things that you can look at, that's our catalog, but other things you can look at is Overdrive. Oh, let me go back to the catalog. Let me go back to Red Queen. There's two ways. Overdrive is our digital library. There's two ways to access it. I will do through our catalog the first way. So let's go back to Red Queen. And we notice that we have the Overdrive ebook of Red Queen. So we're going to go there and we're going to download this item. I don't know if it's in, but let's check it out. I think it's not in, but we'll hit download this item. It's going to take us to the Lone Star Digital Library. Now, if we go back to the catalog, we clear it and we go to the Lone Star Digital Library. That's exactly the same website that will come up. It's just exactly, oh, that's annoying. We'll stop it. Let me go back, over here, catalog. And the Zoom thing keeps coming up. Let me see if I can minimize this and get back into Lone Star Digital Library. There we are. Okay, stupid thing. Okay, so Mammen Family Public Library, that's who you're going to log in with. You're going to put your card number in and your PIN or your password, again, your last name. We're going to sign in. Okay, so the Red Queen, we're going to place a hold on that if you want to see that. If you want to get that book as an ebook, and that'll go to your device. But maybe you don't want to do that. You just want to look at something else. So let's say I want to look at more fantasy books. I can click on that and go into the fantasy books. You can look at that. You can see young adult fantasy, or you can see young adult books rather. Here are these books. These, when it says place a hold, they're not available. So you can come up and look at available now and see what's available now. And so here we have, you could do Crown of Midnight as an ebook. You could do Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children as an audiobook, any of those. And then you just click on that. So let's borrow that. So you want to borrow it. And then you either want to download it as an MP3 or listen to it now in browser. So we have it till July 20th. Okay, so you can also, since we've borrowed it, now we're going to return it because we don't really want, okay, I've got that, there we go. Now I want to return it, and I want to return the title, and there we go. Now I don't have anything checked out. Okay, so that is Overdrive. I'm going to close that down, come back into catalog. And down here is our electronic resources. On this side is what's hot, what's new, what's now. And you can see what we've added in the last few days. Up here also shows you the front pages or the covers of new things. If you go to RB Digital, you can look at other things. You can look at We have more magazines, more audiobooks. You can look through there, check those out. You may have to create an account, probably do have to create an account, sign in here or register here. And shut that down. Lots of good things on RB Digital though, slightly different than Overdrive. Again, there's more books, there's some graphic novels, things like that. And some videos as well. And you can look at those. So if we went over here to the great courses, we could look at health and fitness, and you can look at how to, or I'm sorry, you can look at how to do Tai Chi or strength training or diet and exercise. You can download the videos for that. So you might want to do that. All right, go back to our catalog and Creative Bug. Now this is a fun website or a fun database where you can learn to do projects. So if you want to learn how to make slippers, you can learn how to make slippers. You can learn how to make, a variety of different things. So again, how to mend clothing, how to make your own paint, all this fun things. You just need to create an account. You have unlimited access through our website, through your account. So you can make your account there. All right, back to shut that down, back to catalog. I'm not going to go into ancestry.com because mostly, unless you're really into finding your ancestors, I don't know that you're going to look at that. You can certainly go and explore. Tumble Books is for our children. Okay, so here's the Teen Book Club. These are books that are specifically books and graphic novels and audiobooks and videos, which are specifically for teens from the 7th to 12th grade. Some are a little bit younger, some are a little older. Fiction, nonfiction, there's not huge amounts of books, but you can go into the fiction and you can say, I want to see Blood on the Beach. I have no idea what that's about. So, you know, you can read what it's about, and then if you want to read it online, you can just look at that. Tells you about it. You can shut that down and then start reading it right there. And you can do that on your tablet as well. Okay, so that's basically the books. Let's take a look at graphic novels. So you want to come in here and look at a different graphic novel. You can see that. Simple. Oh, this one scrolls down. So there you go. All right, so we're going to go back here, close that down. Back to our catalog. All right, Audiobook Club. So these are not all of our audiobooks, but you can look at, or you can listen to audiobooks. You can do, again, on your browser, on your phone, on your tablet. Let's say you want, I don't know, let's see, Objects of My Affection. I have no idea what that's about. So then you can play it.
What? Object.
Stop it. There you go. So you can get different audiobooks. Good reference if you need something to listen to on a long drive or something like that. Can't get the book that you want from Overdrive because it's checked out. It's a good resource for different audiobooks. Maybe you listen to something you never thought you would. Okay, World Book. It's summer. We can go over World Book some other time. Canopy is our movie database. So you'll have to create an account, log in, you add your library card, you create an account, and then you can get a lot of different movies. So let's say you want to watch a Fathers and Sons, you can stream this. And if you haven't seen Lady Bird, you want to watch Lady Bird, it's on there. It's got a lot of good movies, probably not, you're not going to find the Avengers on here, but you're going to find a lot of fun, good movies. Okay, we're going to close that down, go back to our catalog. A to Z databases, you can do searches on phone numbers or find businesses. I can go in there for a minute, but so sometimes, so let's say you're looking for, I don't know, you want to find dog walker. Let's see if we can find a dog walker in Bulverde. Let's see if there's any businesses. Yes, look, we've got a dog walker pet sitter right there. So you can look up businesses, you can look up phone numbers. Say somebody calls you, you have no idea who it is, you can find their phone number. All right. If you want to learn another language, you can learn different languages on, it's sort of with our Be Digital, you're going to create a register and you're going to check out. So it's got a lot of different languages, Spanish, French, all of the major ones, and then some minor ones. Okay. So the rest of them, I mean, if you're into romance, you can go into romance, get free romance books. And you can do small businesses, but let's say this, since you're this summer, you want to learn, you want to study for your SAT. You can find it on here. Let me see, where did that go? SATs. I know it's on here. Oh, right here in Learning Express. You want to do college prep admissions. So you want to prep for your SAT, you can go in here and you can make an account and do your SAT. You can do all sorts of things. If you can't get to a tutor, or you just want to do a little bit extra for your SATs, this is good for you. You can come in, you can learn all of these fun things, math practice. Okay, I lied, it's not that fun, but it's a good resource. You don't have to pay for it. You can just take those, create an account and take those. Gutenberg Books, I just noticed that, is an awesome resource for anything that's in the public domain, Project Gutenberg. So anything that's before 1923 in this country is considered into the public domain. That's any book, that's any song, that's any poem, anything like that is in the public domain. So a book like Little Women, we can search it. And let's see, Little Women, Louisa May Alcott. It is, I know it's somewhere in here, I just saw it. Here we go, Little Women, Louisa May Alcott. All right, so you can download this to read it online. You can do EPUB if you have an e-reader, a Kindle if you have a Kindle, more files. Sometimes they'll do audiobooks. That kind of thing. So if you want to read Little Women, you can read, let's see, what else is there? White Fang. See Jack London, White Fang, you can download that. Swiss Family Robinson. And all of these are free downloads. So you have all of those things to look at. It's a great resource. If you can't find a book that is not, if you can't find the book at our library, it's checked out. If it's before 1923, that means Frankenstein, Dracula, all of the classics, all of Shakespeare, anything starting, most of Sherlock Holmes is. There's a few books that are not, the later books that are not within public domain, but for the most part, there's, I mean, if you look it up, it's usually in the public domain, so you can look up that. I love this. I love Gutenberg Project. I download it all the time. Here's, again, Learning Express. If you want to learn how to do your car, you can do, or repair your car, you can go into Chilton and they have all the manuals for that. LibriVox is sort of like Project Gutenberg, but with more audiobooks. Not nearly as comprehensive as Project Gutenberg, but maybe you want to listen to Frankenstein, you can do that. Okay, so that is basically our website with tutorial or with different databases, different ways to look up books, different ways to request books. If you have any questions on that, give us a call or send us an email, text us. You can text us, and we will answer that through text. I hope this has been helpful. If you guys need any help, let me know, and we will get that information to you. Talk to you later.